Hello there. Welcome to DVLog. When I first had this concept, it was all about how to climb out, how to recover. However, things don't always turn out as we think they will, right? That's to be expected. I, however, did not expect that I'd go insane enough to take the risk of cutting off all communications to all friends that I currently have. Smart move? Probably not. Sign that I'm probably losing it? Maybe. I did it because I didn't belong. I never belonged with those people. I was always out of place. I was always... I mean, let's be real, the entire group is misfit. Well, they're misfits, but I'm either more of a misfit or less, or just normal, or I'm probably insane, so who the fuck cares? But I just don't belong. Because of that, I made my statements, I said my goodbye, and I left. Regret is a funny thing. It's a funny concept. What purpose does it have? With that said, I now have nothing. I have no one. And I might have originally intended DVLog to be about recovery. It might eventually end up being. But for now, it's gonna be about immediate survival. And then long-term survival. And then recovery. How much of that I'll be able to do? Who knows? I don't. I mean, I'm literally at my limit. I'm literally I came to the conclusion, well, not conclusion, but I realized that in terms of memories, I only have about 5 weeks left. Even if I live to 65 or 80. I've lived for almost 22 years now. I'll be 22 in a few weeks. Given how much I remember now of my previous years, felt like it was yesterday. You know, people say that all the time. Felt like it was yesterday. Then I realized that I will feel the same as the years go, and it will all just float by. And then I'll just sit there being 70, 80, whatever. And I'll be like, oh, it was like yesterday. Like the biggest squander of time ever. That, and given that I don't know what I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to focus on. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even remember what I was blabbing on about. However, don't worry. I have a plan. And wherever there's failure, wherever there's catastrophic failure, wherever there's failure, there's also hope. Because for failures to occur, goals have to be failed to be met. And when goals are failed to be met, they are discarded and replaced. In other words, when there is no meaning, You build meaning. You make new meaning. That's what I'm gonna do. Plan A, step 1. Find new friends. And do that by getting into gaming again, or something like that. Because that's how I found my old friends. It's one of the few ways, basically the only way I know how to make friends. And that is to play online games. However, nowadays most games are strangely competitive. And for some reason I stopped with gaming some years ago. So yeah, there you go. There's the short of it. DVLog was intended to be a recovery style series. And I guess it sort of still is. But for now, it's basically how to find friends, I guess. The introvert way. It's the thing I found so strange about humans. When I was little, I made friends all the time with other kids. When I was little, I hated a bunch of things. And now as I've grown older, it's all flipped on its head. Can't make friends. And I do like, it's all flipped. It's so strange. I have to find my place, I have to find my purpose again. I have to find what I really burn for. And to my knowledge so far, that's electronics and crap. Like, I mean, just there's so much electronic crap here. Shit. Like, so that's one thing I'm fairly certain I do still like as a hobby. Tinkering with electronics and stuff. But at the same time, I'm kind of uncertain at that as well. So yeah, I don't really have much more to say, I think. To summarize, I think I'm going in completely insane. Yet I've recognized it. I guess. So yeah, I'll get back to gaming again, I guess. It's just gonna be a lot harder now. Wish me luck. I'll survive. I know I survive. Actually, no, I don't. To be fair, I've never had full-on suicidal thoughts. The last few days, with the realization of the time spans and like all the things layering on top of each other, it's possible that might actually be able to drive me to suicide. I have no idea. I mean, before I knew that it wouldn't, because it was mild enough. But now, before, the thing with depression and some mental illnesses is that they force you to think ahead way too fucking long and take the worst route. The last few days, it did that for my whole life. And that was hard. Really hard. The ultimate compilation failure of your own life, basically. So I don't know. I am actually doubting. Ah, fucking eyelashes. Why do you bend over like that? Ow. Stop it. Ow. How do people handle eyelashes? I kind of forgot. So in short, if you feel kind of the same way, and if you need a friend, I guess, Helps if you're also interested in electronics. Or maybe not, I don't know. I mean, that's an age-old question as well, like, what kind of people actually work together? Is it the people of the same type? Is it people of complementing types? Is it people of different types? I don't think anyone has really figured that out. And if they figure it out, they probably figure it out for themselves and not generalized to, well, human agents, I guess, with feelings and thoughts. But yes, I have a plan. I will execute it. I will see how it goes. And from there, I will make adjustments, maybe even retractions, and maybe even other plans. And we'll go from there. I'll try to document my progress here. Just as general gaming videos, I guess, and as these DVLogs. So yeah. Now I have nothing else to say. And I feel a lot better already, so... I'll see you in the near future, whoever you are. Goodbye.